Good evening and welcome to Full Moon Channeling with the Master Teachers and the Archangels. So we're going to do an energetic channeling to help to prime our systems and make energetic adjustments to be able to sync in with these higher eclipse energies. And I'll explain a little bit more what that means and how this works in just a second. And thanks, guys, for being patient. I had a long day of readings. It ran late. I got home right at 7, so I got set up. I said my prayers, and here we are. So I'm gonna before I get started, I'm just gonna say a few quick hellos. Let the live people get their notifications. So hello, Karen, Angela, Starlight, welcome, Starlight 33, and Chrissy from Western New York, welcome. I don't know if you guys got any tornadoes. I think we talked about that on Facebook, how Western New York was going to get. Actually, there's a tornado warning just north of me, and I'm in Eastern New York. And then when the cold air moves over those warm lakes, here comes the water spouts, lake effect rain, not snow yet. Anyway, oh, hello, lovely. That's my message. All right. Anyway, hi, Kathleen, and hello, Carrie and Chloe. All right. And people will be getting their notifications and coming in. So let's get my energy set for a second. I've been talking all day, so if my voice is a little bit hoarse, you know the reason. But okie doke. So the full moon eclipse that is coming up. Hello, Mr. Floyd. Welcome. Full moon and eclipse is tomorrow. I think it's just after 2 p.m. Eastern time is when the lunar eclipse, the full moon peaks. We won't see it, but we'll certainly feel it. And it's very, very energetic. The thing about eclipses is that it creates an exact gravitational vector with the sun and the moon. So it's basically about as a lunar eclipse is about as full as the new moon can be, basically, because it's not just vertically, but not just horizontally, but vertically conjunct. So it's right in that same, and just from a gravitational perspective, it has an effect on our bodies, our energy system, just like it has an effect on the tides. So right after the eclipses, generally when the highest high tides and lowest low tides are, because of that gravitational vector. But it also has a spiritual relevance, because everything as above, so below. So if we're seeing these different astrological alignments, eclipses, and so forth, there's an energetic quality, and that's kind of representing that. There's kind of a physical counterpart to what's happening energetically. And this eclipse is right in the middle of the sign Pisces, right down the middle of 15 degrees. So it's about endings, it's about completion, it's about the subconscious. So this has the power to release a lot of stuck and stored energy from the subconscious, the shadow aspects that may have been affecting you your whole life. As well, it helps to open up higher intuition and higher connection to your guides, your higher self, great spirit source or God, and thereby it helps you to connect more with your higher self and start to understand yourself, your life, your mission more. But there's a real kind of an energetic shift that's happening. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling it. So there's a real, especially this eclipse. And then the solar eclipse on the 21st is probably, if anything, going to be even more powerful. But this is really good to clear the subconscious, set that intention for positive endings, maybe to clear people out of your life, situations you don't want or need anymore. And we're going to work with some heart coherence work in this transmission. Sometimes the archangels come in. I have a feeling Archangel Gabriel might come in, maybe Metatron also. But Gabriel's the archangel of water, the archangel of the West, and Pisces is a water sign. So we may get that. But the group that I channel, for those that are new, are known as the master teachers to me, and they're interdimensional beings of light and energy and consciousness. And when they work through a channel like me, they blend with my energies and work through me that way. And although there's some messages, voice work or voice channeling, some spiritual or philosophical messages that they bring through, or advice or stuff like that, the lion's share of this is energy. It's the language of energy and frequency. So different frequencies are just different wavelengths of energy, but each frequency has a specific resonance, and the patterns of energy that come through are a language unto themselves. And they'll augment that through toning. So there'll be audible tones as well as light language, which is basically patterns of sound. Since I don't really understand what I'm saying, it could be like an Arcturian language, but I kind of recognize it as sound patterns or tone patterns that our subconscious knows, that our dormant DNA recognizes, and it helps the awakening. So it may not register anything consciously, but subconsciously it will. And the idea is we're in this process of awakening. We've been probably since around 2008, but definitely since 2010, we've been in an accelerated process of awakening. There was a peak around 2013, 2014 that just happened to align with the last solar maximum. We had a secondary solar maximum on 2000 in the year 2017. And if you're like me, that's sensitive to like solar flares and coronal mass ejections, there's actually a coronal hole that's going to be streaming in to the Earth soon. And there's a filament ejection. So there's kind of two minor energetic fluctuations or surges coming from the sun. And together they're going to make a bigger surge. But what I'm saying, trying to say is, if you're sensitive, you might have been feeling a lot of energy. Like 2014, I refer to the year that I didn't sleep because there's so much energy, and I was having like Kundalini activations. But then 2017, when the first interstellar object, Oumuamua, was in a direct conjunction, an inferior conjunction with Mercury to the sun, that it spurred on double-digit X-flares about 2 years after the solar maximum. So expect the same with 3i Atlas, especially as it gets closer to Mars and comes into a perigee with the sun at the end of September, beginning of October. So it's going to be very, very active solar, very active geologically. And these increased frequencies, they're helping us to release stuck energies, karma, cycles, patterns that have been holding us back, not just in this lifetime, but a lot of lifetimes, and allowing us to connect more with spirit. So it's going to be a lot of flow, a lot of water. So as I work, the master teachers, when they're working with me, they'll say pretty regularly, we're raising the frequencies. That really means that they're accelerating the energies. I mean, they might be raising the frequencies or shortening the wavelength of energies also. And when they do this and you're following and you're with us in the meditation, if you're connected to that, then they're able to access you and assist you as well, raising your energy. So they say we're raising the frequency, so they have the capacity to do that, but it's really happening through your higher self. So anyway, we just get a little drink of water and to see what you guys are saying for a second. We're going to dive right into it. Good evening, Lisa, Marie, and Jody, and Angela, and definitely feel. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Heart Sage. Welcome. Love this. Thank you. I think Tri-State had a tornado warning. Yeah, we had one. No tornadoes here, but windy. So now we're getting that. And okay. So you're at work, Josh. So thanks for dropping in and saying hi to us. Yes. Why are some people afraid of eclipses? There's a lot of folklore, a lot of legend with that. In some religions, it's seen as sort of a harbinger of doom and change. And certainly with the more powerful energies of the eclipse and it's moving more energy, it can dislodge things and it can have effects to create challenges like earthquakes, tsunamis. Usually that follows the eclipse, although it can be right around the eclipse too. So a lot of that's based on legend, but it is an energetic spike. So I think that's why a lot of people are afraid of it. Hello, Kenzo, and Jody, you're in the tri-state area too. Yeah, so I think that the tornado warnings were north of us. I don't know if an actual tornado dropped. Often they're Doppler indicated tornado, so they're seeing the signature, but that doesn't mean that there was an actual tornado. But anyway, there's some pretty rough thunderstorms. I was driving from my home in Phoenicia to Kingston, where my office is, and I saw like the rotating columns. I thought that maybe there was some tornadoes there, but I think it was just funnel clouds forming from the from the mixing of the air masses, and now it's going to get quite chilly for this time of year. So we're going to have temperatures more typical of mid-October for the next few days here than early September. All right, are we ready to go? I think most of the people that want to be here live are here. So let's just get nice and relaxed for a moment. You can just start to take a moment to tune into your breathing. I'm just kind of grounding my energy. So let's just all just start to honor and be aware of our root chakra and maybe our sacral chakra too, or lower two chakras. So we want to be very grounded. The idea is to be grounded, to be solid in the earth. And then when we're working with higher frequencies, then it's not going to like kind of make you spacey or ungrounded. So the idea is to bring these etheric energies and light into the 3D earth so that we can help to transition while in the 3D to more 5-dimensional states of consciousness and energy. So they're really helping us with that. That's part of the awakening process. So let's sort of set the intention that we're going to bring some higher frequencies into the earth fields to help to create more peace, more love and acceptance of our differences around the world, more love to people that are going through challenges with like wars or the economy or natural phenomena or man-made phenomena, whatever that it is. So we'll do a little bit of healing work also, because this is a very healing energy. The sun in Virgo, which is a Mercury ruled healing sign, and Pisces is really about clearing the subconscious, being aware of our intuitiveness and our sense of faith and belief and our connection to the infinite and divine. So we want to shift out of the programmed personal mind and be able to transcend that and to blend more with the quantum field of the realm of spirit, God, or source. That way, our personal mind serves the higher mind rather than becomes a renegade and separates us from who we truly are as divinity. Our programming seeks to separate us from our power source, whether you want to call that God, divinity, whatever word, and then we're more vulnerable and easy to control. So there's a lot of resistance to ascension because those that are in power don't want humanity to ascend, because then they cannot be controlled for their, or we cannot be controlled for their selfish gains and desires and whatnot. So there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of pushback as we ascend, and I know we're feeling it. So this transmission will help with that, but more it's going to help to shift and align our frequencies, the structures of our cells and atoms become more crystalline, more conducive to vibrational transmission. So that way our intuition will get stronger, our abilities to heal ourselves and others will get stronger. So it's really helping to get out of that dense programmed physical world and to realign or expand and strengthen our energetic fields for more energy, to help our dormant DNA awaken so we become aware of our higher gifts, and to help us to become more vibrationally and on a subcellular level, more of a crystalline structure to be able to work with and channel higher levels of frequency, which again promotes awakening, ascension, as well as health and being able to help the earth, basically. So are we ready? So if, as always, if my Wi-Fi goes out or my camera poops out, hang with me. That's been a theme lately. So let's just imagine that we're all like together as we're relaxing in this beautiful circle of light and love. It's very protective. It's very high vibrational, knowing that none of the lower vibrations are able to penetrate our shields or our higher vibration. So the idea is when we raise the vibrations and we become impervious to the lower frequencies, and then we're more in the right energy to work with with the master teacher and work with this level of frequency and velocity of energy that we're going to be working with. So on that note, let's do a little bit of long, deep breathing. That way we can synchronize our energies and become more like one rather than individual. Well, we'll always be individuals, but individual parts of a collective whole. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's breathe together, and which is a little bit redundant in a way because there's a delay. So you guys might be breathing together. I feel like the message is, oh no, we'll synchronize the delay so we're all together. So in any event, so let's take a nice deep inhale, inhaling love and light from the universe. Circulating that around, and then on the exhale, just gently release any stuck energy, any old programs, other people's energies that are diminishing our own, or trying to anyway. They're not succeeding. All the stresses, worries of the world. The nice big inhale, inhaling love and light, feeling your aura fields, your vibration getting larger, brighter, and clearer. Then exhaling, releasing anything that's stuck, any cogs again, anything of the lower collective, the lower 3D, the lower 4D that we don't want or need anymore. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling love and light, holding that, circulating that around. Exhaling, releasing. Feeling your shoulders nice and relaxed. Feeling your chin and cheeks letting go and relaxing. So all the weight comes off the shoulders, tension off the chin, and let your forehead and temples and eyes relax. And the rest of your body just going to naturally relax on its own if you stay in presence. So if you find your mind wandering during this transmission, be aware of that, gently let that go and come back into the present moment. Greetings, dears. We are the master teachers. We are also Adam. We are also the archangels. So we are interdimensional beings of light. There's no separation. We're all connected. We're all source. We're all divine. So we're different aspects of that divine oneness, different frequencies, different resonances of energies. The angels, each angel has its own resonance. You have your own resonance. Your parents have their resonance. The animals have theirs, but it's all part of the same vibrational pool, as it were. It's just different levels of frequency that create that, what we perceive, or more specifically, what you perceive as separation or differences. We may not have hands and feet and mouths, but we are energetic beings just like you. We are not better than you. We are simply, we don't even wish to say more evolved. We are just in a different resonance, as it were, a different state of light, a different state of consciousness. And you have chosen to work with us, and we've chosen to work with you. So we are, in this moment of time, we are one. We are one being. And through this channel, we will speak through him and raise the energies and frequencies through him as well. You are the channels. You are participating. You're not just receiving command. You are part of the whole process of raising the frequencies. So on that note, own that and set the intention. What are your intentions for this transmission? What do you wish to release in your life? What do you wish to create? Do you wish to create more unity, more harmony, more intuition, more love? Do you wish to release lifetimes of karma, of challenges, of that which manifests in your physical perceptions or way perceiving as pain or discomfort? Actually, more learning and more growth comes through those things than virtually anything else in your human experience. Honor and love the human experience. That's how you transcend it. Honor and love your challenges. Internalize them, make them part of you, bring them into your heart and burn them in the fire of the heart, the fire of love. That's how you release, not by trying to push away because you only suppress. You must embrace, you must accept challenge, even pain, because as the medium and you other mediums know, when the spirits go to the other world, say they pass some very difficult and painful process and they've gone on for years, they come through and say, what pain? It was just an illusion. It was just a trick of the mind when I was in the body and separated from my true essence. But now I'm reconnected, and it's just a state. It's just a process. You can look at the world and get down and depressed. So many people are suffering. So many people are losing their jobs. Not enough to eat. Whatever it is, war-torn countries, whatever it is, you can look at it that way or look at it with compassion and understand, well, I want to help ease the suffering, of course, but I understand, I accept that there's a reason for it and that there's a divine purpose, there's a divine source. And in my 80 years of life, if I'm lucky, how can I know God's plan that's 1,000 years in the making? How can I know if my baby, my child, had to die and go back home, back to God's spirit or source? I cannot know this. My experience is way too short until I learn to transcend the human and reblend with the spiritual. If you wish to call that the quantum field, the realm of spirit, God's source, whatever it is. And that happens through presence, through raising the frequencies of the heart. And then you start to transcend the physical, or we should say expand from the physical to include more of your true essence of who you truly are. And then you make that shift into the quantum field, which you're never separated from, only by illusion, only by the personal mind, only by the programming. So why do we meditate? To stop that monkey mind, that chatter, to transcend that programming and start to reconnect with that source of all that is, where all time, all space, and all possibility exists. We're never separated from that, only by illusion, only by the illusion of time and space. This is why some of you could be in China, some of you could be in South America. The channel is in the Catskill Mountains, yet we are all together, even though our bodies are physically apart. Why healers can work on somebody thousands of miles away and have their tumor shrink. They were not directly doing healing. They were connecting with the life force of that person in the quantum field, working with that and, shall we say, energizing their life force energy, their natural healing capacities. And then through that, their higher selves, spirit, source, or God heals them. So just relax. Eclipses are nothing to fear. It's the interplay of shadows and light. It's the understanding on a deeper level and resonance who you truly are and how you're truly, we don't wish to say stuck or blocked, but how you're truly, we shall say, inhibited from your full knowledge and understanding and your full capacity to consciously manifest all your dreams. It's all there. It's all real already. How to constantly manifest perfect health and everything that you desire, which stems from the main desire to go back home, to connect with the true essence of who you truly are. So we are raising the frequencies. Relax and breathe. And allow. Working on enhancing your flows. Enhancing your vibration to be able to energetically align with this powerful eclipse full moon energy. It is ideal for healing, manifestation, and spiritual growth. So we are sinking in at this time Healing the sun and moon and the stars in the heart. And just allow. Oh, yam, ya, echato ti ama. Moria ina Hoshiyamana. Raising the frequencies. You understand that you're starting to, or some of you are starting to feel your heads buzzing in these higher resonances. Ya no, ya meatu, ya no, my media. We step aside. Readings. The art of Archangel METATRON, that which is of the integrator, the great unifier of the angelic realm, that brings unity with Christ consciousness, with the divine central sun. And we are here with you at this time to integrate the energies. As you experience traumas in this and other lifetimes, what happens in actuality is that your soul gets scattered into different fragments of time and space. And as you start to become whole and healthy and complete again, what happens then is that you start to reintegrate these soul parts, which is why many of your shamanic practitioners will do soul retrieval and will work with us and other deities and spirit guides and spirit energies in order to bring back that wholeness and oneness so that you may be complete. And you can look at it this way, that your earth life, this lifetime, especially in this time and place of the great ascension, is really about reunifying who you are in totality so that you may ascend and not have to go through the cycles of birth and death and the cycles of karma anymore, that you can ascend to your next level of learning, growth, and evolution, stepping closer to great spirit source and God. So we are condensing the frequencies now, and set your mind, set your intentions to start to reintegrate with anything that was lost in traumas. Many of you in this group we recognize have had past lives as Native Americans, which aren't past at all. They're parallel lives and existences that affect this lifetime, where there was a lot of negativity, as you would judge in your human perspective, death, torture, manipulation, all that kind of stuff. Many of you had perished in the wars and battles and the imprisonment and the kidnapping. So we integrate that. That was just part of your experience of learning and growth. That's not negative. Certainly from the human perspective, it seemed damn negative. We understand that, but it's not. It just is. And this is the perspective. It's fine to discern, which is slightly different than judging certain experiences as bad and good. Certainly some are more desirable than others, and the more desirable ones are connecting to those higher frequencies that bring you closer to spirit source or God. So there's a reason you want to love, there's a reason you want to laugh, there's a reason you want to feel joy and happiness, because it's a vibration and frequency that brings you closer to spirit source or God, and ultimately to your awakening. So there are no accidents. There's a reason that you gravitate towards certain experiences that bring certain emotional effects, certain feelings, and shy away from others. But the ones that you shy away from, that can be the painful ones, are not negative, that you're learning and teaching and letting you know basically where you may be separated from source, how you pulled away from that energy, which is the ultimate source of joy, laughter, and fun, and love, and gratitude, and all those higher emotions. So, no problem when it comes to avoiding pain when you can, but shall we say, approach that from a different perspective, not as something that's negative, just something that you can identify that's born out of the separation of who you truly are. And if you embrace that, then you start to call in those soul parts from the traumas that cause these events to happen later in your life, for you see each experience has a resonance, has a vibration and frequency. And if you lose the part of your soul, then you suppress the energies and it vibrates within you and attracts situations in your life that have the same energetic resonance as the trauma. Not for something negative or to punish you, but to rather to make you aware so that you can understand, you can connect with the original source. And by doing that, then you automatically start to call back that soul part. We hope that you are understanding us. At this time, we will assist you in cutting any cords to any negative people or circumstances that you don't need anymore, that aren't necessarily part of your learning, karma, and growth at this time. So just imagine or visualize anything you do not need that's holding you back when it comes to your connection to other people, with the society at large that's diminishing and disempowering, cutting those cords. That's not who you are. It's just an experience for your learning and growth and processing so that you can appreciate moving into higher resonances and frequencies. And we are condensing your fields now. Imagine or visualize that your root, your sacral are like a big magnet drawing in all the lost soul parts and energies, reintegrating. The more whole, complete, the more grounded, the more solid you are, the more magnetic you are. That's just how gravity works in your physical. Now, a dense body has a stronger gravitational field than a non-dense body. Just like a black hole is so super dense, the gravitation is so strong that even light cannot escape it. So feel your vibration condensing into your sacral center, your Danchen, lower Danchen. We draw on the channels that we work with, their knowledge and vernacular, as well as, of course, what we know through energy. We believe that's the right term. And just feel like condensing, drawing in those things that were lost in traumas, drama situation in this and other lifetimes. Being that magnet, that gravitational pull, pulling back the scattered parts back into wholeness, oneness, and completion. We are of the collective of Archangel METATRON. We are the master teachers. We will now raise the frequencies, increase the velocities of energies, feel grounded, whole, and complete. And we will go into the main work, the main transmission at this time. Haya titiato kiaka mebinia dodo biaha bokutia batio aninia dobaba. We shall what ya kakia do no maya. Shava heva so mapaba koba hemamado tia mabumu. Shaya no dianto so sesema homama ditio no mamate. Wa mama hote de yama simon dudama mama yana he. Remember, dears, it's safe to come home. It's safe to be home. It's safe to stay home. It's safe to come home. It's safe to be home. It's safe to stay home. Home is where the heart is, and the heart is where the home is. Feel now that you are very integrated and rooted in your sacral. Now we go with the expansion. Everything, it moves in waves, right? Waves are oscillation. So when you contract your energies, and you expand them. So contracting, drawing in the lower chakras, expanding through the heart and expanding up through your upper chakras into your upper transpersonal chakras. The great universal gateway chakra, way, way above, that integrates with all the souls. You are part of the interdimensional, intergalactic community, separated only by time, space, which is illusion. Relax, breathe aloud, feel heart open. When the heart opens, gratitude, appreciation, and love through heart-brain coherence. So does the brain. So does the third eye and crown chakras. Also opens in kind in conjunction with the heart, for they are symbiotic. In fact, are one. Raising the frequencies. Allow yourself, sit with those energies, those frequencies, and just breathe. Healing love and gratitude. Te patuseba shi loso. Integrating these frequencies. Ta Kototo man yadede la la ku ma me dong ishian yade babun kupong long mese maha huma humana he la ka oma se huma kona mahio Umakuna maweya wemia umaka mehio mamana so wade Just allowing the energy to flow like water. Water can exist in infinite states, infinite structures. And as your moods change, the waters within you change corresponding. Letting everything just flow. Allowing the molding of your higher self and spirit to change the nature, frequency, and shape of the water. Just like when you put water in different containers, it becomes that shape. We finish up by cleansing, clearing the waters, starting with your own biological systems, which by weight is over 90% water, and by chemistry over 70%. When you cleanse the internal water, it clears the mind, it uplifts the emotions, it stirs the soul in a beautiful, positive way. Cleansing the waters, restoring the natural flows, removing the kinks within the water systems. And we are all in a circle. We're all one being, separated by time, space, which is illusion. You start to feel like as you're cleansing and clearing and bringing more clarity, clearing any murkiness of the water, any pollution, as it were, making it crystal clear. The energetic waters around you within your auric field also clear and cleanse, as well as everybody, whether human, extraterrestrial, animal, plant, mineral, is cleansing their waters also, clearing the toxicity, the pollution, just like in your physical drinking water and oceans. Imagine or visualize the waters of your earth are cleansing now. All the pollution, the impurities are being, we say, nudged out to this higher vibration of frequency. Or a better way of explaining that is transmuting from toxin to medicine, of poisons to medicine, as it were. Changing its chemical configuration, its energetic signature to match the purest and cleanest waters. Feel that in your planet. For as the waters clear, the emotions clear. And with clear emotions, Then comes clear thinking and clear connection to divine source. And then all of a sudden, those that are ruling your world, or think that they are, as it were, that are imposing their will and negativity on your planet, polluting the waters, which includes your emotions, polluting your emotions to lower negative ones, their waters can cleanse also. We can reach them. And with cleansed water comes clean emotions, and it comes clean connection to source. We know we're being repetitive, but we wish to really speak this to your cells, atoms, and subconscious, as it were. Just feel everything in the earth, including her inhabitants, are being bathed in pure, crystalline, crystal clear water. And thereby healing the earth, healing the physical, the mental, and spiritual. And for those who need some extra prayers, whether that be you, your loved ones, or just those that are suffering in the world in general, imagine or visualize the crystal clear waters of the world are in the center of our circle, and we can place the earth within her. All those that need healing, that need clarity. For clear water means clear flow. And when there's clear flow, disease flows out. And the flow of spirit, the subconscious, as well as this energetic transmission, which is watery based, flows in clarity, no obstruction, just as great spirit, divine source intended. And you are part of that flow, part of that resonance, that energy. The waters of love and light, the etheric waters that created the physical waters, in the center of the circle, that we are within that. All that need healing, place them in the cleansing waters. And as flow is restored, disease begins to vanquish. Very good. So we are now grounding the energies. Any last prayers? This is the time. Feeling heart open, that your heart and the waters are connected and one. And the heart and gratitude and compassion taking over the brain, allowing the brain, the upper chakras to feel what the heart does, expanding that into the fields around you. And you're now coherent with spirit. You are now cleansed so that these higher frequencies of this eclipse will be beneficial rather than detrimental, because there's no cogs. They can just flow and assist you in your spiritual upgrade at this time. And as you come into the eclipse in a few hours in your earth time, this is a time of contemplation, of going within, especially with the sign Pisces involved. If you do not have to work or do things, especially closer to the peak, which would be between 1 and 3 p.m. here in the East Coast. Ryan, this is Adam. The master teachers are still here, but we're becoming more Adam and less master teachers now, as it were. If you can be in that silence and meditation and gratitude and just let things flow, just clean just naturally, it's going to cleanse a lot of stress and a lot of old stories from you. It's going to help you in the next several months to really hit a new level in your spiritual growth as well as your physical life. So with that, just start to feel the energies going down your body through your root. Imagine or visualize there's roots coming from your root through your floor and deep into the earth. So we always want to ground, when we're doing this and when we finish. So just feel very rooted. You can still stay open in your upper chakra to still be very ethereal, but be very rooted at the same time. And at the base of your auric egg, your auric fields, imagine there's an opening in your tailpipe. In your mind, opening it with the intention that any excess staticky energy from this powerful transmission is able to drain down into the earth. That way you'll be very calm and not jittery later tonight, and will sleep like a baby rather than be up all night. So just let all that just kind of flow out of you, feeling very relaxed in your body. When you're ready, you can wiggle your toes and fingers a little bit and open your eyes. And for the latecomers, as soon as we end, you can go back to the beginning to do this transmission. You can repeat this transmission later tonight. You can go back to tomorrow, because on YouTube, all live streams get uploaded as a video that you can go back to. And that's what we have for you. I also have the full moon forecast up that we did a couple nights ago. So that's up on the channel. We have a new video about some essential practices to develop your intuition that'll make all your other development exercises work. So that'd be a good one if you're interested in upgrading your intuition or your ability to connect to spirit. That's on the channel. We just uploaded that one today. All right. So say a few quick hello. This heavy rain there, very good. Any weird weather in Nevada? Well, you watch out for the earthquake swarm in Nevada, definitely. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys, and thank you for being here and being part of this transmission and being part of this work. Yeah, best of fortune to everybody. All right, love you guys. So we'll see you next time. Be well and take very good care. Love you. Oh, tomorrow at 11, that we have tarot time. So we'll finish, 12:15, and then that'll go right into the eclipse energy. So that's Eastern time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So that's the next live stream coming up. All right, very good. Love you. Be well.